Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the continuation of the Eternal Tournament Series Season 6 Invitational Day 2. We are here with our next Losers Bracket round. This one's going to feed into the semifinals, where the winner of Hythar and Thundershot will be playing off against Moosh, who we just saw take down Bruised by God with his Combri party list. We're getting underway in the first matchup. Hythar are going to be on that Shadow Combri deck we saw him take down Serb earlier in the day with, and Thundershot on his Xenon mid-range deck. We saw him unfortunately lose his series to Lights Out Ace, who was on a similar build.
Yeah, it's looking like a pretty interesting matchup. Hythar with the Dark Combre, establishing a lot of really powerful units and spells, like getting the Mystic Ascendants and the Slays and the Banishes, and all of the really good stuff from three different colors just being played to maximum effect. Meanwhile, Thundershot with the Xenon midrange has that really nice Auric Interrogator draw engine, which is a little bit faster than the Mystic Ascendant draw engine. And the Carnosaurs and Sauropods can make a huge difference in this matchup for when there's a lot of single target removal going around.
Oh yeah, and this is going to get interesting in the early turns, how players are going to navigate here. Thundershot has the option to drop a Xenon Initiation early and get that Auric Interrogator up to 5 and start that card draw engine, but he also has these banishes early to take care of the Sandstorm Titan. So right now, matchup definitely looking very good for Thundershot.
The Interrogator is down. He can Xenon Initiation it to draw some cards if he ends up with any sort of opposing unit that is worth killing. Hythar may not actually want to play his Seraph here just because of that potential swing. Also because he can bait out the Harsh Rule and eventually get started that way. But there comes the Seraph, so that means Xenon Initiation is just a free card for Thundershot here. And 5/3 or 5/4 killer that even after a Harsh Rule could be a really big deal.
Yeah, the engine is officially started rolling here, and I'm not seeing how Thundershot's losing this game right now. He looks in a fantastic position. Looks poised to take the win. He's got the Blister Sting Wasp in play. I mean, he's just got so much removal between the Banish, the Death Strike, the Xenon Initiation on the Blister Sting Wasp, the large amount of card draw. We are going to see a Harsh Rule here, but that's just going to take care of his board temporarily, as Hythar doesn't have any threats to establish. And Thundershot certainly has cards he can reload with here.
Yeah, Thundershot can now play Interrogator into Instigator. The Harsh Rules are going to be Hythar's big cards here. If he can get good Harsh Rules off consistently, he'll eventually start to outvalue Thundershot, and the Mystic Ascendants will come into play. Like, basically, his late game looks a little bit better than Thundershot's, provided that he can basically just get those big sweeps going on. But he's going to be pretty heavily pressured in the meantime. Dark Return on Sandstorm Titan means that he's definitely got something to play out, but that's a very banishable target.
Yeah, he's bought himself some time. Fortunately, with the Dark Return bonus on the Sandstorm Titan, it's going to be much out of range of this Auric Interrogator, not going to allow him any shot at getting through it. So Thundershot's just going to be forced to use a removal spell here. It will still clear the way for the Auric Interrogator, of course, to punch in for some more damage. This leaves Thundershot in an interesting situation, too, where you don't want to just waste the Xenon Initiation. I can't imagine he will, but there is some argument to be had for just getting that Auric Interrogator up to 5 and starting that card draw engine again.
Yeah, assumably he'll be playing the Instigator instead this turn, but Xenon Initiation could make a lot of sense next turn if Hythar is depleted again. We do see the Xenon Initiation to draw, and from here I think he's actually going to stay put on his Death Strike or his Banish and stay defensive, not actually going to pressure Hythar.
Oh, very interesting. I mean, Hythar is definitely going to capitalize on this with the Banish. Going to go ahead and swing in here. Thundershot certainly going to respond this, or not. Willing to take the 6 damage, I suppose. Looking for a higher priority threat. And if you're Hythar now, you have choices. I mean, he did find a Mystic Ascendant. He also can play a power and hold Protect for it this turn. And I think that's the route he's going to go down, though there's definitely a big argument to banishing the Interrogator off the table.
Yeah, if he can kill the Interrogator, that definitely just sort of knocks out the board for Thundershot for a while and also turns off a draw engine. It means that he can play the Mystic Ascendant later if he needs to, and like overall, I think that works out very well for him. It means that Thundershot really doesn't like play his cards efficiently this turn. He does have to use the advantage on the Sandstorm Titan after it's dealt 6 to him, so that's a pretty rough deal.
Yeah, definitely. And Thundershot able to drop this Instigator, but it definitely doesn't look good as this Mystic Ascendant. Hythar is in great position now. He has the Mystic Ascendant. He has the Protect to insulate it from this Death Strike that's coming down. This is really starting to look like the game has shifted all the way in his favor. It's going to come down to Thundershot's top decks.
Yeah, we're seeing Protect here, saving the Mystic Ascendant. Hythar now looking at like a lot of card draw. Thundershot without any cards available. Taking 6 here and then playing Sandstorm Titan. So being able to just like play out a high density of threats. You can tell that he's got 3 more gas cards in hand. So Thundershot quits, and that'll be the round 1.
Yeah, and it looked like Thundershot was in a prime position to win that game early, but Hythar able to draw the Harsh Rule at a perfect time and then just able to meter out his threats and really having that Protect to kind of finish out that game. So Hythar taking that game 1, taking down the first game, now leading the series 1-2-0. And we are going to be heading into our second game very shortly.
Yep, looking like a pretty solid set of rounds. No sideboards yet, so we'll just be seeing the matchup happen again, and should be exciting.
Yep, and we'll see how the hands look for our players as we are now getting into their mulligans. And right now, that Hythar definitely going to have to... Ooh, actually goes for a keep here. Wow. This is... okay, he has the Find the Way. I missed the Find the Way in the hand. That makes this a lot better. I thought the Find the Way was like another Temple Scribe. I was like, wow, this is very, very interesting, if not very greedy.
Underutilized card, Find the Way. They're up to where he's looking to get. And from here, like, we have a reasonable amount of interesting options. Thundershot can be playing down his Instigator into Interrogator combo. I Am the Abductor is looking pretty ready to go. So yeah, it's going to be pretty solid.
Yep, and Thundershot definitely has this great early start here. It's really... And Hythar is definitely going to be a little bit behind, although picks up a Combry Healer. This could allow him to kind of secure that board pretty early. He'll just drop the Temple Scribe here, of course, to make sure that he at least has a unit on the board. Though, again, Thundershot is just trucking right along here. He's got large units. Sandstorm Titan likely to come down, although he could go for like a Death Strike here. I think that's a little bit of a liberal use of Death Strike, but certainly could happen.
Yeah, we could see Obelisk. We could see any number of interesting things. If Thundershot goes for Obelisk, he has a really good set of attacks into a draw, and also he sets up like way better ions later. So I think that's probably the route he's going to go for. And yeah, it looks pretty strong here.
Yep, we're just going to see a block coming in here, pair of blocks. Now that this Obelisk goes down, Interrogator is going to get some triggers, and Hythar with no immediate way to deal with it, since he doesn't have a Shadow Sigil for the Slay.
Able to pick that up if I Find the Way, but he is going to be a little bit slow on the draw for a few turns while he just makes sure that he guarantees power.
Yeah, Thundershot's hand is just like pure gas right now. I mean, Hythar's is 2. Oh, Seed of Mystery the pickup, though. Let's see if Hythar's willing to commit it. If he goes Seed of Mystery into this Slay, be able to take care of the Auric Interrogator. Looks like he's also considering going for the Combry Healer and trying for a double block, though that is very punishable by Thundershot, and elects for the safer play where he does just drop the Slay into it. Like that a lot. Stop the card draw engine from Thundershot. Stop a lot of that early bleeding.
Yep, we see a Combray Healer not really doing much, just threatening like a Vara's Favor exchange. Dawnwalker here comes down. That card does change with exchange with Combray Healer, and also can be potentially seen in Initiation for lots of extra value later. Hythar's looking pretty solid, though. He's kind of sitting behind a fairly happy wall. He's still at 25 health, and he's got a lot of good cards to be playing for the next couple of turns.
Yeah, we do see Thundershot committing the banish here. He's going to start pressuring Hythar now. Though we do see Desert Marshal coming in, and this is going to take care of this Dawnwalker. That's going to be a big setback for Thundershot, as that Dawnwalker would have been very crucial in this matchup. Plenty of damage coming through, and very easy to trigger it into the field with the Xenon Obelisk in play.
Yeah, Hythar gets another Sandstorm Titan down. That's Death Strikeable, but it's still going to mean only 4 damage from Thundershot per turn. So we see some potential options for him here. He's got available Sandstorm Titans. He can like try a couple of other things. I don't know if there's anything that looks particularly amazing here.
Yeah, he doesn't have great options. Looks like he's going to go for a Sandstorm Titan to just get bigger than Hythar. If Hythar picks up an undepleted power, though, Hythar's in a position to just go Vanquish. He could also use a Cumbry Healer here to make his Sandstorm Titan a 5/9. Just going to block most things. Looks like that's the line he's choosing to go down. Kind of like this line. Definitely sets him up well later for this darker turn on the same Sandstorm Titan. We'll turn it into a 6/10.
Yep, that's a very, very scary Titan. Death Strike on the Titan does mean that he's still getting pressured by Thundershot. He hasn't found his Harsh Roll yet, but he does have the available Vanquish, so it's a really, really good setup for him.
Yeah, and this isn't bad. He also is considering just dropping in the Desert Marshal here to silence either the Titan or the Instigator, and then just soak up a little bit of the damage, I have to imagine, with the Desert Marshal. Might even double block here. Yeah, I like this double block as well. It takes care of the Instigator. And now the Sandstorm Titan's just a big 6/7 body, nothing he's too afraid of, and he has the ability to go Dark Return his giant Titan.
Yep, getting a good start going. The Xenon Initiation can't really deal with the Titan, so Thundershot needs like basically a deadly unit if he wants to get past it. In the meantime, he's sitting on 2 Ions, he's sitting on 2 Initiations. Neither of those cards are particularly good here, so he might start getting pressured.
He does have a way at least to take care of the Titan now, assuming that Hythar does not use Vanquish on this turn. Now, if Hythar vanquishes this turn, it's going to be pretty bad for Thundershot. If not, I mean, Thundershot at least next turn could he can ambush in both his Ions at the end of his turn, and then Xenon Initiation of the Sandstorm Titan and one of the Ions to take care of Hythar's Sandstorm Titan.
A lot of cards spent to get rid of a Sandstorm Titan, especially when that Sandstorm Titan has a threat of coming back, but I do think that it is potentially the right play.
Yeah. So really surprised Hythar did not just go ahead and drop the Vanquish here. It looks like he's saving it for something else, but would have liked to have seen it here, as Thundershot's likely to go ahead and drop both these killers now. See an Auric Interrogator picked up. Pretty solid unit, and he can't just use a Xenon Initiation here on this now, so I guess the Vanquish is going to end up finding a better target in the long run.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be able to set up 6/5 into a 2/1. So yeah, like looking like not a lot of good stuff going on there. Desert Marshal really denying the ability for Thundershot to get out ahead of this, and Hythar still looking at some pretty good defensive units.
Yeah, Hythar's still able to trade across the board. That Desert Marshal, fantastic for Hythar there, and now he's got yet another Sandstorm Titan, although Thundershot finally finds one of those units he's looking to hit with the Xenon Initiation. Going to be able to give it killer and take down the 6/10 Sandstorm Titan, if he chooses so.
I think we're looking at a pretty solid board overall. Like, it's just not looking amazing. Iron is extra life steal, so that's pretty nice, but I don't know. I'm not seeing a lot for.
We're starting to actually hit Ion Ult territory as well, which will go ahead and just make it very large. And now the Xenon Obelisk is online. I mean, if he can ultimate Ion to bring back, let's say, like an Auric Interrogator, since it's the best unit in his yard currently, I mean, it's still going to come back as a 7/6 and then get the buffs to a 9/8.
Yep.
It's a pretty solid unit.
And in the meantime, bees. Sandstorm Titan knocking out a Blister Single Wasp. Hythar has to take that block just to make sure that he doesn't get too pressured. He's still looking for harsh rules. He has found a Banish and a Vanquish, and he might be considering using that Banish on the Ion at this point, considering that Thundershot is sitting at 8 power.
Yeah, I think you have to banish the Ion here. I think it's just too good to turn down. You also can go ahead and then vanquish off the 7/8 Sandstorm Titan, and then you can start crashing with your 6/10 Sandstorm Titan. They're really considering all options here. And I like the double removal here. It allows him to bash with the 6/10 this turn. Interesting. Okay, he's going to throw both of these in. Kind of curious as to why he did that. Not seeing a play that really helps. Oh, the obelisk, of course. Wow. Completely missed that. Yeah, of
Taking
course,
out the
takes care of the
obelisk gets
obelisk.
him a free hit and also disables the Zoric Interrogator, so that's looking good. He can Xenon Initiation, or Thundershot can Xenon Initiation to get himself another draw, but he does not have a good defensive option against Titan.
Yeah, that was super clutch there. I just completely forgot. We've just seen Banish being thrown at units so often that I was waiting for him to banish a unit, but instead taking care of the obelisk ends up working out best. Seeing the Slay coming in now, and Hythar are going to be able to push another 11 damage. Thundershot going to go ahead and drop his next Ion, and this is good. This at least allows him a double block.
Yeah, that double block gains him enough life to keep him up. This is getting to be some pretty good back and forth. Thundershot can still draw an undepleted power and play back an even bigger unit. And Seraph is out, but she's not enormous. I think Thundershot just activates Ion here and gets something real valuable.
Yep, we're likely to see him go ahead and grab back the Sandstorm Titan, which is now an 8/9, which unfortunately, due to Thundershot having lost the obelisk, is still not large enough to get past this 6/10.
Ridiculous that you get an Iron Sandstorm Titan and it's still not as big as Hythar's Sandstorm Titan. We have just a really solid board here, but Hythar's playing down Mystic Ascendant now, drawing cards that he needs. So like this gets really rough from here on out.
Yeah, and even more importantly, he's got the protect to take care of it. So it's not like the Mystic Ascendant is going anywhere. He's just going to get some great draws, and he picks up Great Parliament too. Going to be a fantastic card later for him to just bomb a ton of owls onto the board. And Hythar really starting to look like he's going to be able to run away with this game now. No Ion Ultimate left. Ooh, even a Vanquish now to take care of the 8/9 and going to start allowing some attacks here.
Yep, like we see the Nut 6/10 charging in. He's got the Mystic Ascendant on defense at this point. He's getting pretty close to being able to play Seraph's activation. Once he starts activating Seraphs, this game probably ends pretty quick, and that's two threats that Thundershot has to deal with that he can't really deal with right now.
Yeah, Thundershot, I think, is going to go... We'll see if he goes double Twin Brood. Yeah, he does elect to go double Twin Brood. He's going to hold on to the Death Strike. That being said, I mean, Hythar having him down to 8 can really start pressuring him. And he's not even forced to either. Since he has the Protect for the Mystic Ascendant, he can just afford to play this slower game.
Yeah, he's feeling very comfortable. Thundershot has Death Strike from Mystic Ascendant, but he's not even going to play it this turn. Not going to take a shot at Mystic Ascendant to prevent the card draw.
Ooh, and that's
and
going to be a find the way pickup for Hythar. So this Mystic Ascendant is going to be rolling for a number of turns to come. And Hythar does have the Harsh Rule in hand. Obviously not going to get played now, but it is an insurance card for him.
Yep. Owls give him a little bit more oomph. He can continue to attack with his 6/10 if he wants to, or wait on that Mystic Ascendant to get big enough.
I think that's actually just going to be the game, unless I'm mistaken. Hythar can probably just A space here, and now, due to the Instigator in play, he's going to take a ton of damage. Thundershot's going to take a ton of damage blocking, and anything left could just be Harsh Ruled away if necessary for lethal. We'll see here. Hythar might just play this even slower. Like, he might still not be willing to trade here, since he's not under any pressure.
Yep, it's not looking... Things have developed into a situation where basically every card that Hythar draws is going to be really, really advantageous for him, whether it's more gas or more power from Mystic Ascendant's draw. I think he's just really, really happy with pretty much everything that he picks up now.
Yep, and he's even looking at using a Dark Return to go back and fish up another card. Does just go ahead and use Seraph for the turn. Thundershot picks up a Dawnwalker, but again, it's just... I think this game's just slipped far out of his hands.
It's too little too late. The Death Strike kills the Mystic Ascendant if he wants it to, but that's about it as far as like evil plans go. Like, we just don't have a way across here.
Yep, we're slowly drawing to this conclusion. Hythar still just drawing a ton of cards. I mean, this Mystic Ascendant's getting just absolutely massive. Not even able. I think it can still be triple blocked, but that's about it. One or two more turns, and it's going to need a quad block, and that's just going to be it. Thundershot picks up another power. Hythar has all the gas in the world in his hand. I think he can just A-space at any time. I think he's playing this super safe, but I'm pretty sure, given the board state, especially with the Instigator in play, he could A-space at any time. But I think with these 3 owls coming down, he's definitely going to be firing off.
Yep, that should be good enough. The 2 Sandstorm Titans are kind of a big deal, but like, I think that at this point, IN is definitely not good enough reason to not attack in. So Hythar can definitely finish this off when he feels like it.
Yep, and Thundershot with another power pickup must realize he's absolutely dead. Yeah, just going to go ahead and throw in his own attack. See what Hythar is going to respond to this. He should just be able to block everything down. I mean, he basically has lethal anyway off this block. Like, he's going to deal 6 damage to Thundershot here, so. But it was over either way. Hythar is going to be taking this game and putting himself up 2-0 in the series as we are going to move into side.
Yep. So yeah, it's looking pretty good for Hythar from here on out. Like, he's doing pretty well in terms of pressure. He's actually keeping the Xenon deck at bay, so he's doing well enough to actually establish all of that great late game that Combrei decks are known for, and that Combrei decks with Dark Return are even more known for. Like, it's pretty big stuff versus pretty big stuff, and Thundershot's big stuff is not small enough to go under, so taking 5 interrogator damage, he goes down another game.
Yep, was not able to pull that one out. So we will take a look at our players' sideboards now. So let's start with Thundershot, as he is down in the series, see what he can come up with to help him win this matchup. He's got 4 copies of Suffocate, 2 copies of Annihilate, 2 copies of Vara's Choice, a single Death Strike, 2 Devoted Thurge, 3 Steward of the Past, and 1 Predatory Carnosaur. So likely to see Steward of the Past, Predatory Carnosaur, possibly the Annihilate's, definitely the Death Strike coming into play.
Yep, yeah, that Steward of the Past is really, really effective against a lot of the opposing units, although it is so vulnerable to silence that Death Touch units can be a little bit tricky there, because they often lose so much value off of that essentially half-card advantage that it can be really bad for you in these matchups. But I think Steward of the Past is nonetheless a card that stands in the way of a lot of scary things. Predatory Carnosaur is a card that will just aggressively deal with a lot of scary threats, so I think that one should definitely come in.
Yep, I do as well. And we will take a look as well at, of course, Hythar's sideboard. He must have a few cards in his list for this. He's got 2 more copies of Xenon Obelisk, fantastic card. 2 stand-togethers, those are going to be excellent. 2 more copies of Banish, again, super great in this matchup. So many threats to hit, including Thundershot's Obelisk. Yeah, we saw the blowout that game. Another copy of Vanquish, again, great card. Sabotage is probably not as important in this matchup, though they do have some targets, so likely to stay in. Another copy of Protect. We'll almost assuredly see that come in, since Hythar has so many units he's looking to protect. And Dark Return, which, again, another fine card to come in. I mean, most of this board could make its way in. I think almost all of these cards are great. And, we're already into the next game and very far into it, in fact. Need to jump back over to that.
Yeah, moving right along. Hythar already at 5 power. We got the Protect on a Sandstorm Titan to keep it up, and we have Harsh Rule here, as well as the Mystic Ascendant. Like, things are just looking okay for Hythar. He's still stabilized pretty well. He's got the Harsh Rule available to make a really big sweep happen, and the Sandstorm Titan is forcing Thundershot to play a little bit deep. So it's going to be a bit tricky to see what Thundershot can come up with while still defending against these Harsh Rules.
Yep. And he did bring in Vara's Choice, which we had talked about earlier. Again, Thundershot bring that in against Ace. Definitely going to be a solid one here. And looks like he's just going to go ahead and silence that to push in some more damage. I mean, this is looking good for him, though. Of course, Hythar holding this Harsh Rule will be able to clean the board up. And Thundershot not going to have a lot going on, I think. Yeah, it doesn't have anything to Dark Return immediately. Like, he could Dark Return one of these units back in play, but doesn't have a way to get the Dawnwalker back, which is a little unfortunate.
Yeah, he kind of wants more than one of them at the moment. He just doesn't have it. The Varus choice would have maybe been pretty good for securing lethal or getting the Mystic Senate out of his hand. Getting it on the Sandstorm Titan is certainly a good way to push, but if there is a harsh roll, which there is, then things get a lot worse. Oh, I don't like this play from Hythar at all. He's playing his Mystic Senate out to draw cards, but he's at 6 health, so if Thundershot has a removal spell, that's game.
Yeah, this was very scary here from Hythar, but looks like he's feeling comfortable about it, and he's not going to get punished here, so it does work out for him. But yeah, I was not a big fan of that line of play either. Thundershot can also just go fish up the Instigator now, drop his other Instigator, and that's going to provide him lethal as well. As Hythar now can't even harsh rule the board since he will be taking damage that way. Hythar going to need 2 threats, so he's looking for Seraph in addition to Sandstorm Titan. I think that's his only way out here. So yeah, not fantastic. I think Hythar got a little too loose with his play here. Didn't respect Thundershot's possibility for damage. Didn't just drop the harsh roll here. So
Yep, yeah, it's not looking solid at all. We have just way too much damage. Hythar just not seeing the best answers.
yeah, we'll see what his card was. He did hit another Sandstorm Titan, though. Jeez, talk about big top decks there. Was able to find another Sandstorm Titan off of the Mystic Ascendant draw, and as long as he can find another threat, like, he's still good to go. He could brick on a lot of cards here, though, so it's not like he's out of the woods by any stretch of the imagination. Dark Return will do, though. He'll go back and grab another Sandstorm Titan, and he's certainly established the board at this point. Now, that being said, it's unlikely he can swing in, and yeah, a Death Strike pickup by Thundershot will go ahead and end this game. 2 damage from the Instigators is going sure victory. So Thundershot taking that one down in very quick fashion. Now getting the series a little bit back, going 2-1 still, of course, in Hythar's favor.
Yep. Yeah, Hythar has a pretty good matchup from here on out. Like, he's still quite capable of pushing in and getting a lot of lethal damage in the late game. He's got those harsh rolls. The harsh rolls are still really good at clearing. But yeah, he got pretty sloppy with his play there and got punished for it.
Yep, definitely. And we will see if he can go ahead. I mean, he had 2 games to give, so that was one, although you generally don't want to give up a game to a basic mistake like that. Definitely should have played the harsh roll there, but certainly has another chance here as we are going to get into the next game. Likely going to see him shift this hand, though. Not a big fan of it. And yeah, finds a little bit of a better hand. Doesn't have a lot of early interaction, but it will work.
Yeah,
And
I'm not seeing much here. We see a find a way for Hythar, which means he's going to be able to get securely for the next couple of turns. He doesn't have anything to play until turn 5 at this point, so that's going to be a little bit tough for him.
yeah, now fortunately for him, Thundershot not holding a lot either. Thundershot does have a Xenon Obelisk and a Sandstorm Titan, but other than that, he's holding a Blister Sting Wasp. Varus Favor's pretty unimportant in this matchup. It's just going to help Thundershot smooth out his power, but he already has 4 power, so he's able to play everything in his hand. It will just get him closer to large drops like the Sauropods and Predatory Carnosaurs, of course. But yeah, Thundershot picking up power here, definitely not what he wants to see. Definitely given that, Hythar has this Vanish that he's free to fire off at any point at the Sandstorm Titan when it comes down. So at worst, Hythar is just facing down this 1 Blister Wasp for quite a bit of this game.
Yep, we see there's the Varus Favor and the Sandstorm Titan. Like, it's just not a lot of pressure from Thundershot here. And Hythar, like, really has the late game kind of sealed up for now, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to get anything going.
Yeah, Thundershot at least needs removal, and not the Blister Sting Wasp kind of removal, but like hard removal, because when this Mystic Ascendant comes down, if it goes unchecked for a few turns, that's going to lock the game up for Hythar. Unfortunately, unlike last game where Hythar did kind of kind of slip up trying to go for the Mystic Ascendant and making that value carry him, it's not going to happen the same way for Thundershot in this game. There's just wasn't any early game clock here. Hythar's still at 23 health, turn 5. So
yeah, Obelisk gets an extra 2 damage in. Sandstorm Titan might have been similarly pressure some, but I mean, Banish either way is going to get rid of whatever that is. So Hythar sitting pretty at 5 power, hasn't had to play anything, hasn't had to really defend himself. He banishes the Obelisk, which makes a lot of sense. It means that there's just not as much pressure from other cards, and Thundershot has to play Sandstorm Titan. So from here, Hythar could. Oh, actually, no Sandstorm Titan is played.
nope, Thundershot just taking this real slow, which I don't necessarily hate, but Thundershot eventually will commit another threat to board, and then we're just going to see Hythar go ahead and harsh everything away. So,
Yeah.
although maybe Thundershot plays this really slow. I mean, playing it slow, it doesn't win him the game, but I mean, he's not losing it yet either. But yeah, we do see the Auric Interrogator coming down now, and that will prompt Hythar to harsh rule. He was very likely to do it anyway, since I don't think he currently had an undepleted power that he was going to be able to use the Mystic Ascendant for. But this is just too good. Yeah, he does pick up a Slay, though, so if the Sandstorm Titan comes down, this will just get slayed away, and again, Thundershot's at the mercy of top decking, whereas Hythar has plenty of gas in his hand.
Yeah, there's just too much on Hythar's side. He's got the Slay, he's got the Great Parliament, he slays the Sandstorm Titan. Thundershot playing down Argenport Instigator actually has something to attack with now, but Hythar can still put down Mystic Ascendant, he can just Desert Marshal, he's not feeling particularly pressured.
Yep, not at all here. We do see Hythar firing off a Great Parliament, just to have a big owl come down on the board. At least secures the blocks.
Trying to find that extra power from Mystic Ascendant. He's really, really excited about getting that card draw, so get that going.
Yeah,
It's going to help him out quite a bit.
you can't really blame him. He does find it, although he doesn't have the ability to protect it. So if Thundershot is able to pull out a removal, which he unfortunately isn't, he would have been able to at least take care of the Mystic Ascendant. But
yeah, I mean, you're not expecting that much removal. There's only Annihilate there. That's probably something that could have gotten used on the Owl, and since Thundershot didn't use it on the Owl, we see instead the Mystic Ascendant feeling pretty safe, and no top deck for Thundershot means that Hythar is going to continue to draw unimpeded for a little bit.
yeah, though Thundershot did have like a good line of play here. Like he was able to at least grab back the Auric Interrogator. He's going to be able to drop that and get the Dawnwalker back, and he used the Dawnwalker to trade for the Owl. So this was a relatively good line of play here. That being said, Hythar has Vanquish in hand. He will be taking care of that Interrogator, and he also has a Desert Marshal, which will eventually come down to silence the Dawnwalker. So
yeah, Vanquish
plenty of answers.
Big problem. Thundershot's Banish is just not helping against Mystic Ascendant, so that's pretty bad stuff. It's all looking a little bit tricky from here on out. Sandstorm Titan comes down, Auric Interrogator on Thundershot's side. I don't think there's any way that Thundershot is really defending himself against Mystic Ascendant because Hythar's just got too many threats left on hand.
Yeah, and Hythar actually taking his time really to consider, and that's definitely one of those decision points in the game he really had to think about, where he could have used the Protect there to save the Sandstorm Titan, but he recognizes that the Mystic Ascendant value is just much too high, and he'd rather not open himself up to losing the game in a roundabout way.
Really wanted that power available to Desert Marshal, the Dawnwalker, since that's yet another value engine that he shut Thundershot out of.
Yep, and in the meantime, I mean, Hythar is just going to be pushing basically lethal every single turn with his Mystic Ascendant now. He'll only get in for 10 this turn, I believe. I don't think he picked up a power, but Hythar does have another Sandstorm Titan to secure the board, and this should do it. Yeah, Thundershot picking up a Xenon Obelisk, not going to be able to block both threats, and Hythar will take down the series 3-1. So Thundershot has unfortunately been eliminated from the tournament. He did make a top 6 appearance, though, so big congratulations to him. And Hythar will be moving on to our losers semifinals, where he will be playing off against Moosh, who is on that Combri party list. So this will be the first time today that Hythar's had to play the Combri party list, so it should be an interesting matchup. We will be bringing that to you shortly. I believe that will be our next matchup. So we will take a very short break, folks. So stay tuned. Do not go anywhere, and we will be bringing you more action in just a moment.
See you soon.